Hello, fifth grade. Welcome to lesson 7. You've made it to Thursday of virtual learning. Great job. Today we're going to be looking at solving two-step problems with fractions, and these are going to be word problems. I know we get super excited about word problems, but it's really important because that's what real life is all about. We don't get handed a sheet of paper that asks us to solve something that's already in equation form. No, we're given real life problems. We have to go out and build a fence. So we need to measure all of the sides so we can find out the perimeter. Or we're going to go plant some grass. We need to go find out how much plant seed to buy. So we've got to figure out the area that we need to have covered. So today we're going to be looking at some word problems. We have 5 different examples to get through. So let's go ahead and get started. Problem number 1 says George weeded 1/5 of the garden and Summer weeded some too. When they were finished, they had 2/3 of the garden. So this is wrong, I apologize. 2/3 of the garden still to be weeded. 2/3 of the garden still needed to be weeded. What fraction of the garden did Summer weed? Okay, read it one more time. George weeded 1/5 of the garden and Summer weeded some too. When they were finished, 2/3 of the garden still needed to be weeded. What fraction of the garden did Summer weed? I want you guys to pause the video here, draw a picture, see if you can figure this out. Come back and then check your answer. All right, so we know that George weeded 1/5 of the garden. There's 2/3 left to be weeded, and we're trying to find out how much did Summer weed. Think about this with your fraction tiles. This is the whole garden. This is it. Whatever it is, that is the whole garden. 1/5 of that amount was George. 2/3 of it still needs weeded. We want to know how much did Summer weed. That's what we're looking for. Okay, so we can do this a couple of different ways. I'm going to start with the way that I showed you on the fraction tiles. So I'm going to say that my garden is the whole thing. So I have one hole. I'm going to take away the 1/5 that George did. I'm going to take away the 2/3 that still needs to be weeded. And that's going to tell me the part that is remaining. Okay. So one whole minus 1/5. Remember, we got to go left to right. Left to right, order of operations as we're moving across left to right. So 1 minus 1/5 is going to leave me with 4/5. Now I'm going to take away 2/3. Same thing here. Okay, we have to get common denominators. Our units have to be the same. I can list out, by now I hope we're getting to so we can do this in our minds. So my common denominator here is going to be 15. Okay, here 4/5 becomes 12/15. Okay, I recommend still writing this out. What am I doing? I'm multiplying by 3. Okay, over here, this is going to become, I'm going to multiply both of these by 5/5. Okay, now I'm going to end up with 10/15. 12/15 minus 10/15 is going to leave me with 2/15. Okay, word problems, complete sentences, capitalization, restating the problem. So we are going to say the question asked, what fraction of the garden did Summer weed? Summer weeded 2/15 of the garden, period. Simple as that. All right. The other way you could do this, and I know some of you are going to gravitate towards this other way, perfectly fine. Okay, so the other way that you could do this is we could take these two parts, we could add those together first. 1/5 plus 2/3. Okay, and we could end up with 13/15. Then we could take our whole minus those two parts that we know. This is the same as 15 fifteenths. 15 fifteenths minus 13 fifteenths is going to leave me with 2 fifteenths. Either of these are very acceptable ways to get to the answer. All right. Problem number 2. Problem number 2 says, if you do it this way, your diagram is going to look different. Okay? Remember that. Okay. Problem number 2 says, Jing spent 1/3 of her money on a pack of pens, 1/2 of her money on a pack of markers, and 1/8 of her money on a pack of pencils. What fraction of her money is left? What fraction of her money is left? We're not asking how much money because we're never told an amount of money. We're talking about a fraction of the whole. 1/3 pens, 1/2 of it was on markers, 1/8 of it on pencils. How much is left? Go ahead and pause this video. See if you can figure it out. Draw your tape diagram. Solve it. Okay, either this way or this way. And then come back in and let's see how you did. All right. So again, multiple different ways that we can solve this or think about this. I went ahead and I just did, all right, let's start with what I know. Make a sketch. It's obviously not accurate once I find my answer, but that's okay. Gets me going. So 1/3 is pens, 1/2 of it was markers, 1/8 was pencils. How much was left? Going with our first approach, I know that I had a whole amount of money. I don't know how much, but I had a whole amount. My whole fraction. Take away 1/3, take away 1/2, take away 1/8. That's going to tell me how much money I have left. Okay? So right here I said 1 whole minus 1/3 was 2/3. So now I have 2/3 minus 1/2 minus 1/8. Okay, right here you can go find the least common multiple of all 3 of those numbers. So we could write our multiples of 2. I'm going to do this in a different color for you. So I'm going to go up here. If I could write my multiples of 2, I'd have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, and I know how far I have to go. If you didn't, you would just keep going till you find one. And then 3, so 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. There we go. And then with 8, I'd get 8, 16, 24. So I could see that 24 is the least common multiple for all 3 of those numbers. So right here, I could make each of these be 24 in a denominator. Okay, I could separate this 2/3 into 24 parts. I didn't do it that way to start, but you definitely can. Okay, so I went ahead and I said, all right, I'm only looking at 2/3 and I'm minusing 1/2. Well, if I look at my least common multiple for 2 and 3, it's 6. 2/3 is equivalent to 4/6. 1/2 is equivalent to 3/6. And then I'm still minusing the 8th. 4/6 minus 3/6 is 1/6. Still, I've got to minus the 8. Well, now I'm looking for my least common multiple of 6 and 8. Okay, well, I know I didn't list out my 6's here, but if I listed out my 6's, I'm going to find my least common multiple is still 24. Okay, so then I came over here. 1/6 is equivalent to 4/24. 1/8 is equivalent to 3/24. 4/24 minus 3/24 leaves me with 1/24. He had 1/24 of his money left. Okay, doing it the other way, if you want to do it this way, you can add the 3 parts that you know together. Okay, again, here you can find the common denominator of all 3 of them. You could go to that in this step. Okay, I didn't, but you definitely can, and I often do. Okay, but here I didn't because these are such easy numbers to work with. So 2/3 plus, or 2/6 plus 3/6 gave me 5/6 plus my 8th. Now I got to find my least common multiple there, which gave me the 24. Add those together, I have 23/24. That's how much money he spent. So then I have to subtract that from what I started with, which was the whole, to find out how much money is left. In your complete sentence, Jing has 1/24 of his money, her money, my bad, of her money left, period. All right. These problems take longer than the rest, so I'm going to go ahead and stop this video here and join me back for the next problems.